Alright guys, this update just came out. I'm going to cover this as best I can, as fast I can, and it's a big update. My computer took a long time. Let's get started. The update is 5.0. It is now live, and it is a chonky update. New operation, Obelisk. Looks pretty cool, have not played it yet. New enemy, this flying asshole. New season content, the Dark Angels chapter pack. A lot of people have been asking for the Dark Angels, and they're giving the people what they want, which is nice. I love the Bulwark. It's my highest one. I haven't been on for a while. I'm too busy doing Path of Exile. Here are your new items right here. Auto bolt rifle, plasma pistol, power sword, and the storm shield. They do a really good job on the shields, by the way. I wish they would do maybe something else with like leg armor or something. The legs are, everyone skips leg day. So I would like to see something like that. But this is the balancing tweaks, guys. This is huge. This actually changes the entire game. So right here is our melee, right? Note from the game director. I'm just going to sum this up. Everyone was doing parry, gun strike, way too much, and they're like, we don't like that. First, normal melee damage has increased across the board, which is good. So there will be more options instead of just parry gun strike. Parry gun strike is really strong, and it's really the only way to succeed at the higher difficulty. But then we move on to the second issue. We're drastically changing how blocking weapons work. This is because everyone was just going parry, so they need to change that. Players will accumulate up to 3 stacks of melee damage buffs. Let me break it down. All blocking weapons have been reworked with a new mechanic, perfect block and adrenaline surge. Perfect time blocks grant up to 3 adrenaline surge attacks. Adrenaline surge attacks greatly increase melee damage and are consumed after the next attack. So you get the surge, and then right here, you deal massive AoE damage, stagger enemies, and restore 1 armor. This is really cool. Now, just reading this before I even go any farther, Assault already does a lot of damage. So maybe the Assault class is going to be really good in the co-op, but my only issue right here is that's cool. AoE damage, I like that. We want big, beefy explosions. But we have a small issue here. We only got 1 map. I mean, how many times can you play the 1 map and not get bored? I think this is a big miss. All right, guys, I had to read this a few times. So let's go on to this. The fencing weapons. Perfect parry, AoE stagger, radius slightly reduced. And then when you go on to the balanced weapons, right, we get radius greatly increased, mastercraft version, you get extra 10% damage, mastercraft version, you get 10% damage. Everything's pretty much a damage increase here, which is good. I mean, we want that. Balance just needs to be more. You can be rewarded if you do the fencing. Balance is like, I'm not too sure. And then we have blocking, which damage increased by 20%. Blocking went up 20%. Dude, the only reason to go balance is to get this. The perfect parry AoE stagger. You can see that they changed a little bit here. Honestly, man, I think blocking might be the way to go. I'm not sure. Unarmed stomps can now chain indefinitely. This is cool. I like that. All right, now I'm just going to sum up this whole thing right here. There's a bug with the grenade launcher that basically restores ammo. They fixed it. You ain't gonna get to do it. And the damage output is also changed. So you can't just go in there and just blow everything away. As fun as it was, right? But it was definitely busted. There was no reason to run anything other than that. Now after that, we move on to this. What this whole thing is about is basically these weapons are not doing proper damage to certain enemies, labeled right here, and it has increased from 1 to 1.5. Okay, bolt carbine max ammo of all SMGs has increased by 1. Woo. I mean, come on, man. Give me a little bit more than 1. Now we move on to Extermination bonus. This aims to increase players to not skip encounters without punishing those who want to skip. Added a new feature that increases the amount of XP gain based on % of enemies killed. This should have been in the game right away. This should have been on here launch day. This would have stopped people just rushing to the end of the map. If you get the A rank, which is 85% Spawn enemies grant 120 XP. And then it just tickles down from there. Yeah, I said it. 60% 110 and then 60% 100. They're also fixing the dodge, which is needed. The frames in that is really wonky sometimes. Added 10 frames of vulnerability, which will help. I'm sure everyone will be happy about the Dark Souls, fat boy rolling around. And then everything else is pretty much just general bug fixes. Guys, I think this is a good patch, but my concern is really it's not the enemies, it's not the cosmetics, it's really this, man. This one operation really rubs me the wrong way. Let me know what you think. I'll probably jump back in on this for a few just to see how it goes on the stream. Please join me. If you want to jump in my games, you are more than welcome. I'll see you around. Hopefully I save you some time. See you later.